This is Michael at testthespirits.net, and today we're going to look at the word firstborn as used by Jehovah's Witnesses as a talking point. So, ironically enough, they go after the verse that points to the deity of Christ, and they try to distort it. So, in Colossians 1:15, we read, "He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For by him all things were created, both in the heavens and on the earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." And so Jehovah's Witnesses will bring your attention to the word firstborn. And they'll say, well, firstborn means first one created. One meaning is firstborn into a family, but the other meaning is preeminence in positional rank, over all things, superior, surpassing all others. We see this in Psalm 89:27. "I also shall make him my firstborn, the highest of the kings of the earth." Speaking of David, but David wasn't the firstborn or the first king. So here we're speaking of status, not order of birth. Next, we're going to look at Exodus 4:22. "Then you shall say to Pharaoh, 'Thus says the Lord, Israel is my son, my firstborn. So I said to you, let my son go, that he may serve me. But you have refused to let him go. Behold, I will kill your son, your firstborn.'" In Egypt, the firstborn son was special and sacred. But regarding the word firstborn here, we know that Israel was not the first nation. So we're speaking of the highest in rank, not the first one created. Jehovah's Witnesses will only see this word firstborn one way with one definition to fit their bad theology. Firstborn doesn't mean first one created, it means first one born into the family. In Luke chapter 2, verse 7, Mary gave birth to her firstborn son, and she wrapped him in cloths and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn. Jesus physically was the firstborn of Mary. So to take the Jehovah's Witnesses' definition of the firstborn of all creation, that would actually point to Cain because he was the first one ever to be born. But the true meaning of firstborn of all creation speaks of Jesus, his preeminence.